Have you ever wondered where every human being on Earth truly came from? The answer shocked the scientific world. It was not Europe, it was not Asia, it was Africa, and the evidence keeps growing. For decades, scientists have searched caves, deserts, and ancient landscapes across the world, looking for the first humans. Again and again, the trail leads back to one continent, Africa. Today, you will discover why Africa is called the cradle of humanity, the discoveries that changed history forever, and why this story belongs to every person alive today. Stay until the end, because one incredible discovery may completely change how you see yourself. If you enjoy learning the untold stories of Africa, subscribe to Born African Forever and join thousands of people discovering the continent's true history. Imagine standing in a place where the story of humanity began. A place where your earliest ancestors walked millions of years before the first cities, before pyramids, before written language. That place exists. It is Africa. Scientists use the phrase cradle of humanity because the oldest known evidence of human ancestors has been found there. This is not based on opinion. It is based on decades of archaeological discoveries, fossil evidence, DNA research, and geological studies. Some of the world's most important discoveries were made in Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, Morocco, and several other African countries. Each discovery added another piece to the puzzle. Together, they tell one remarkable story. Let's travel back millions of years. Around 7 million years ago, some of the earliest human ancestors lived in Africa. Over millions of years, different species evolved. Some disappeared, others continued changing. Eventually, one species would spread across the entire planet. Us, Homo sapiens, modern humans. This journey took millions of years, making it one of the greatest stories ever told. One of the most famous discoveries happened in Ethiopia. In 1974, scientists uncovered the fossil of a woman who lived about 3.2 million years ago. They named her Lucy. Lucy belonged to a species called Australopithecus afarensis. Although she was not a modern human, she could walk upright. This changed what scientists understood about human evolution. Her skeleton remains one of the most complete early human fossils ever discovered. Lucy became one of the most famous fossils in history. But she was only the beginning. Travel south to Tanzania. At Olduvai Gorge, researchers uncovered stone tools and fossils dating back nearly 2 million years. These discoveries revealed that early humans were already making tools to survive. Every new excavation brought more evidence. Africa was becoming impossible to ignore. Then came Kenya. Near Lake Turkana, scientists found Turkana Boy. He lived about 1.6 million years ago. His skeleton was remarkably complete. It showed that early humans had bodies surprisingly similar to ours. They could walk long distances. They adapted to changing environments. They were becoming more like modern humans with every generation. But perhaps the biggest surprise came from Morocco. For many years, scientists believed modern humans first appeared only in East Africa. Then researchers made an extraordinary discovery at Jebel Irhoud. The fossils were around 300,000 years old. This suggested that early Homo sapiens lived across different parts of Africa much earlier than previously believed. Instead of one small birthplace, modern humans may have evolved across several regions of the continent. Science continues to refine this picture as new discoveries emerge. The fossil evidence is only one part of the story. DNA tells another. When scientists study human genetics, they find something remarkable. African populations contain the greatest genetic diversity on Earth. Why does this matter? Because greater diversity usually means a population has existed in one place for a much longer time. As groups of humans migrated out of Africa around 60,000 to 70,000 years ago, they carried only part of that genetic diversity with them. Today, every person outside Africa traces their ancestry back to those ancient migrations. Whether you live in Brazil, China, India, Canada, Australia, or anywhere else, your deepest roots lead back to Africa. That is one of the most powerful discoveries modern science has ever made. But why did humans leave Africa? Scientists believe climate played a major role. Over thousands of years, rainfall changed. Grasslands expanded and disappeared. Rivers shifted. Animals migrated. Human groups followed food and water into new lands. Some crossed into the Middle East. Others eventually reached Europe, Asia, Australia, and later the Americas. Generation after generation, people spread across the planet. Yet the starting point remained the same: Africa. The story is bigger than fossils. It changes how we see ourselves. Every language, every culture, every nation, every family. No matter where we live today, our shared history began on one continent. That makes Africa unique. Not because it belongs to one group of people, because it belongs to the story of all humanity. There are still many mysteries. Scientists continue finding new fossils. New dating methods improve our understanding. New DNA discoveries reveal even more about our ancient past. Human history is still being written. The next discovery could completely reshape what we know today. That is why Africa remains one of the most exciting places for archaeological research. Its landscapes still hold secrets buried beneath the ground. Secrets that may answer questions humanity has asked for centuries.